Good Friday morning. It is the 21st of March, 2025. Going to be a chilly, windy day. Highs will get up in the low 50s and just be kind of a windy day all day. The wind and the warming temperatures up in the 50s will pose a fire threat. If there is any fires that get sparked, it could spread rapidly. So there's that elevated risk today. So just be careful. I would say don't burn today or tomorrow, but also looks windy. Even despite some rain we had, but not a lot over the last 24 hours. The humidity is going down, so it's just not a good time. So really chilly today and tonight. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer than on Sunday. We get kind of a reinforcing shot. You see the cooler air kind of settling in our area. So breezy tomorrow and chilly on Sunday. Highs again, really chilly into the 50s, maybe 60 tomorrow, but into the 50s. I gotta say, 2018, at this point, we had a good little snowstorm, so it does happen this late in the year. It can happen. This high here to the north is bringing a little bit, you see the arching of these isobars, so it is bringing a little bit of cold air damming here east of the mountains. So even though warm front's starting to come up and warm us up on Sunday, we're definitely going to feel cooler. That's why we're not seeing a really warm forecast for that day. And then finally this warm front comes through, and then another cool front comes close by. So it's just going to be kind of a seasonal to slightly below normal week of low to mid-50s for a lot of it. Not as warm as it has been. Here's a low to our south. If it had been winter, I'd be calling for snow, but this time of year it's going to be rain. So we'll have a rain shot here on Tuesday and Wednesday. That moves on out and reinforces some chillier air for a few days. And then we kind of struggle. We're right there on the borderline between cooler and warmer air. Northwest flow, though, is unfortunately pretty dry. So you see the isobars and the isotherms and everything kind of going in this direction. This is not a very wet pattern at all. So we really need that to change. Here's that front. Remember last I said don't be looking at anything into the extended and saying that that's probably going to be the case. This stripe of snow and stuff was over us at one point on this forecasting model. Now it's way up here north, which is a little more typical this time of year on the model runs for next weekend. So maybe some rain as we go into next weekend, and kind of mild, not super warm conditions though. But mild enough for rain, which we need desperately. So we'll take it even if it is on a weekend. So we'll see if next weekend ends up being kind of wet. And then that moves out, and then maybe some more wetness, but not a lot. I mean, none of these are super duper wet storms. I'll show that on a quick look at their total QPF output. Here's a southern system. Gives a little bit of concern for severe down there in the south. And then as it comes in us, on this model, I didn't trust it, but it shows snow here at the end of the model. This model keeps snowing, and the GFS keeps showing a chance for some type of a southern storm bringing up some snow. I don't care if it brings snow. I don't want that. But a system coming out of the Gulf of Mexico into our area would be much more potent with its moisture. So if we look at the total output of rain, and I'm going to quick go through this just to show you as the storms kind of come around how much rain we're going to look at. The model can catch up. It's loading right now, so that's why I can't quickly go into the future. But you can see this is through the weekend, and so it's all dry. And then on Monday, that is not a lot of rain that's showing up here on the model. So even though we're going to get some showers, it's not much at all. And the trajectory again is west to east, and it tends to dry east of the mountains. Not good. So here we're all the way through Tuesday. This is when that storm finally is going to give a little bit of rain to the area. This is good. It's not over our back door, so it's a little bit to the south. I mean, exact locations are yet to be determined. But that's close, but still we're pretty dry, but not too far a little wet, so maybe that will end up over top of us. And then, like I said, now in this time period, we were in that northwest flow, and this is a pretty dry period. It's not going to be till way late. So we go into next weekend, Saturday, now we're going to get some return flow and a little bit more moisture so you can see the rain kind of show up over our area. I'll do a zoom in here soon. And then finally, with that southern moisture getting involved, we'll see more QPF, we'll see more rain, and that's when it looks like it would really be wet. We gotta hope that the southern storm systems can come up here and give us a lot of rain. That is a good soaking. It would help us. I'm not saying it would knock out the drop, but it would definitely give us a good base to start knocking it out. So does it look like really truly in our backyard? If you go local for the rain, all the way to the end of the period, it's going to take it a minute to load, so forgive me for the delays here. A lot of delays based on the load speed. So you see, if we can get all that rain, we're going to look good. But if we don't get that storm, it's that storminess in the late period. We're only talking maybe a half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain before then. And you can see this dry area. Honestly, this has been showing up. It's been the case. We've had dry weather over this one little bubble area. You see the wetness to the south and the wetness to the far northwest, and the drop persists over top of us. So pattern has just not been favorable for us. We can hope that changes and extend it. What about temperatures? Let's go ahead and look at the anomalies, because that's important overall to kind of show you what it's going to look like. So what this is showing is where are we in temperatures compared to normal, and this is starting with today. See a little bit below normal, not majorly below normal. Like I said, we're going to be kind of close as we ride the line between the cold and warm air. So go back and forth a few different times Sunday. It's that reinforcing shot of cooler air. That's why we get pretty chilly on Sunday. And then we try to warm up a little bit, and then go figure we cool off. So we're really fighting back and forth between warm and colder air. Really close to the border. But in general, you see that the trend here is for below normal. And so that's what I mean. We're close, but a little bit below normal for a lot of the next week. Depending on the date, time of day and stuff, depends on how much below normal or above normal. Then way off in the future, I mean, look at this. This is really a warm-up here. Right before that front and the cold air gets reinforced and the cold air damming that was causing us to look at potential snow. So you can see, I don't really foresee this being a snow system, but that's a pretty cold shot of air, and that's why it's going that way. There you go. Boom. Look at that cold. That's why it's going for that snowstorm. I would not bet on that at all. Just like the snow that was originally predicted for this coming weekend, I think that it was, a farce, and it ended up being way far north. The exact same thing is likely to happen. But regardless, we hope for the low pressure to come up in the area. So in general, the average is looking a little bit below normal over the next, 7 to 10 days. But not super cold. But we have kind of like a warmer day and then kind of cooler. So, we're talking now low, mid-50s on the cooler days. If we can get normal, we'll get up near 60 or so. So that's why we're hoping for the warmer temperatures for sure as a spring lover. But yeah, that's what's going on. So that is what I'm seeing. I know it was kind of a long outlook, but I really wanted to show you what was going on moisture-wise really, really, really fast. Let's see what the Weather Prediction Center is showing for the next 7 days for rainfall, what they think. So this is not model output. This is the Weather Prediction Center folks looking at it. Look at that, it's dry. Very, very dry. Maybe 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain. Not a lot. Gotta get that rain. Drought is persisting and getting worse. Please be careful. Don't be burning outside. This is the time of year when wildfires can go crazy. I think a year ago we had some of the biggest ones ever in the Shenandoah Valley. So, it does happen this time of year. So please be careful. Have a good Friday and a great weekend. Just being your Loudoun County Weather Outlook.